All right, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing great. This I had to go somewhere today. I'm gonna go to Eon Mall right now and go look around there. But I'm actually not going to make a video about it. But I was thinking maybe I should make a vlog while I'm on my way there. So I wanted to talk about the current situation right now and give you guys an update on what's going on here. You're probably wondering how's everything going on here in Japan. There's like an elementary school or high school, junior high school near here. There's a lot of kids sometimes during this time, but yeah, it's not, I don't think, I mean, to the world standards it's not bad, but I think for Japan standards it's not going well. So you probably know that you know, the Olympics are going on right now. It's Monday today, so I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but you know, you probably know that the Olympics are going on right now, and right now in Tokyo they have surpassed 4,000 infections, which they're breaking records, I think, like, you know, almost every day. And as far as Osaka goes, we also have a high rate of more than 1,000 per day. I mean, it fluctuates. And then also other prefectures as well and other cities are having high infection rates. So I think they said the last time it was pretty high, it was in Tokyo especially, it was like maybe 3,000 maybe, and that was like a while ago, a long time, maybe a year ago. No, not, yeah, maybe a year ago, I'm not sure, but it wasn't for a while. So they've been kind of containing this virus pretty well here. And right now it's kind of gone, is it haywire? It's been kind of going crazy, I think because it's just the Delta variant. And you know, you probably know the Delta variant is more contagious and more deadly than the other strains. So they say about, I think here they say most of the infections, sorry if it's windy, they say most of the infections are the Delta variant. So it's been kind of spreading very quickly, and it's not looking really good for Japan right now. But you know, I hate to compare, but I think in America, where the vaccine rates are like 60%, you know, they are still getting like 50 to 60,000 infection cases every day in America. And it's crazy because I'm watching all my friends back home in like huge packed venues that nobody's wearing a mask. It's really crazy. I don't know if you know, there's a music festival in my city called Lollapalooza. It's a pretty big, well-known one. They have in Chicago every year, and you know, a lot of my friends go. I've been a couple times, and it's kind of like the big thing you do when you live in Chicago. And yeah, I've been watching a lot of stories with my friends at the festival, and it seems like nobody's wearing their masks. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty mind-boggling. I understand they're talking, like, recently the CDC was saying that this boy keeps on looking behind me. The CDC says that this boy keeps on looking behind me. The CDC says even with the Delta variant, it's transmissible, the virus. So I think people still should be wearing masks back home, but it seems like people have been just, I think they're kind of tired with everything and just kind of letting loose. But here there's been kind of issues with the vaccines, and I think like a couple weeks ago they were out of the Pfizer vaccine, but it seems like they're back on task and giving the Pfizer vaccines now back again. And the rate I believe now is 20%. 20% has had both shots, so it's been going up, and I think they want to have everybody vaccinated. Oh, let me go. I need to go across the street here. Might be too late, but they want to get everybody vaccinated by November. But I think if they keep having a steady pace of vaccines, they'll be able to get it sooner, I believe. All right, this sun is killing me right there. I'm gonna go across the street. So I don't think the government thought that the infection rates were going to go so crazy. So it's kind of like they're almost like catching up, where it's like, well, I mean, they still have the state of emergency in Tokyo and the surrounding prefectures until the end of August, and then they have like and also too, Osaka also has a state of emergency at the end of August. But there are smaller cities that are having a quasi state of emergency, so it's kind of like half, not a full out one. But I'll be going to Fukuoka at the end of this week. Yeah, at the end of this week, and I'll be making videos over there. But they're also having like a quasi state of emergency, so I don't know how it's gonna be like when we get there. I'm assuming that everything's gonna be closing at, you know, early, like 8 o'clock, like here in Osaka. In Osaka, everything's been closing at 8, all the restaurants. Some restaurants still open, but some restaurants are still open, but I guess they don't get benefits from the government. So I believe if you close your establishment, I think you get some sort of benefit from the government. But if you choose not to, I believe you don't get it. And I believe in Japan, they can't really do like a full lockdown like they do in other countries. I think there's something against like the rules or something like that. And so I feel pretty lucky to live in Japan and not being, like, I've seen other places like in Australia, you know, America too, where they just kind of, everything's kind of shut down. And it's also nice because people here actually listen, and they do wear the masks and stuff like that, but not everybody. Of course, not everybody, but the majority of people do wear masks, and you know, it helps contain infections. So I was just watching this thing on NHK. NHK is like the Japanese broadcasting system. They have like a foreign they have like English. Oh, what the heck? That school is playing American football. It looks like American football. I think this is a school. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you probably can't see, but I thought this was a women's university. Must be some sort of high school. But they have American football going on over there. All right, what was I saying? Yeah, so I was watching this NHK show about why there's lower cases of deaths in Asia, specifically like China, Korea, and Japan. And they said with using all the data and all the information, they say that because, I don't know if you want to see this real quick. Whoa, that's so cool. I've never seen kids play American football here. You see? It's not that popular. You know, obviously soccer is really popular here, and all the other Asian type sports. Okay, there's no quarterback? Okay. It's such a weird... Doesn't look like a real... And it just looks really different from like kids playing back home. I don't know if you can see. Maybe... Yeah, maybe it's hard to see. Quarterback. Oh, that's crazy. It's interesting. All right. Sorry. Kind of got distracted a bit. All right. So, yeah. So I was watching this thing, and they were saying that there are less deaths. Man, they're shouting like crazy. In Asia because something to do with being connected, like with genes. To like Neanderthals, going all the way back to Neanderthals. And if you're interested in this I would say like documentary or show, if I can probably link it down below if you want. Just let me know. I have to find it, but I thought it was really interesting. And they go through a lot of resources, and it's all backed up, and they're saying that something with how like Japanese, Chinese, maybe Koreans. I don't believe it's connected with maybe Southeast Asianers. I'm not sure, but they're saying that because of like the lineage from like different types of Neanderthals, that there are less deaths, and it's more you know, it's more easy to manage than countries like, you know, like America or like Brazil and like Europe and those types of countries. So I thought that was very interesting. And you know, they're saying that there's less infections because everyone wears masks. Yes, it's true. Everyone does wear masks, but they're also linking it between the genes from our ancestries, like from a long time ago. So I thought that was so crazy and interesting. But yeah, so I believe they're just kind of catching up, and I think they're just like they're doing the lockdowns. I mean, there's not much more that they can do. Sorry if it's getting really windy. They are doing the vaccines, and they're trying to get it out as much as possible. I believe their target goal is 1 million per day. And they're also saying right now too that you can apply for a vaccine passport. So if you have both your vaccines, you can get like a passport to whatever willing countries. You can apply for it. I believe you have to go somewhere and apply for it, but you can do that and get out of here. You can leave Japan. Like if you're a resident like I am, you can leave and come back anytime. It's just like you can't come here if you don't have a visa. So I know people that have left and come back and then did the quarantine. They did the 14-day quarantine. But I wonder if you have a vaccine, I wonder if you don't need to do that quarantine anymore. And I just met some like missionaries at a grocery store. I always see like these two old white couples. I've seen them twice, and I've seen them walking around, and I've never seen two, like they were old. They're like 80 years old. It was just really random to see them in my neighborhood. So I finally saw them this for the second time, and then I started. I was just talking to them, and they're missionaries, and they're saying that they're going to leave and see their family, and because they're under some sort of like medical thing where they can leave and whatnot. So I guess they don't have, and they both got the vaccine. So a lot of people are saying that they're kind of slow on the vaccines over here, but I feel like a lot of people I know are getting vaccines, so I feel like it's pretty close, and it's not that far from what I think. Yes, 20% are fully vaccinated, but you know, it only takes like, I would say like a month. You know, if you're like vaccinating 1 million people per day and you give it a month, I feel like you can easily, you know, get the percentages a lot higher. So, you know, and I'm hearing a lot of people getting vaccinated. My girlfriend's friend got vaccinated. She lives in the city. So, you know, the city has more priority, and she just got her second vaccine the other day, and my friend in my other video, if you watch my videos, my other friend, he just got vaccinated, and he got priority as well because he is a nursery teacher, so he also got vaccinated. And let's see, I'm across the street here. And then we also got vouchers in the mail. So what happens in Japan is they'll send you like a voucher. They'll send you a voucher through the mail, which allows you to reserve time to get vaccinated. And me and my girlfriend both got our vouchers, and it's kind of annoying actually, because it's just like that's how they do it in Japan. I just feel like that's how they tend to keep everything organized through like all these weird paperwork and all that stuff like that. So basically me and my girlfriend are just too, because like, okay, so even if you get the vouchers, you have to make an appointment, and right now I hear all the appointments are already reserved. And even if you get the appointment, we won't be able to get the vaccinations until 2 months from now. So I don't know, just seems like a lot of work to do it. I think I've said in this other videos that my friend, I wanted to check out this basketball court. My friend, not my friend, my ex-coworker, she moved back to New York, and she said that she just got her first vaccine out of a van. So, you know, it's not as easy as America. But oh, there's just little kids here playing. I want to shoot some hoops, but I need a basketball. Well, at least I know it's here. I don't want to buy a basketball though. And there's only one hoop. It's terrible. Yeah, you never see like just open hoops like these in Japan. There's only one hoop, and it's not even like a real full court. It's like so narrow and skinny. Yeah, you never see like, that's one of my complaints in Japan. They don't have just like open basketball courts like they do back home. They're usually like in a gym or in a school. They do have a lot of open tennis courts though. Look, they have like a full tennis court over there, but they never have like open basketball hoops. It's a big park here. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind getting the vaccine, but it just seems like a lot of work to do so. So me and my girlfriend are just kind of waiting and seeing what's gonna happen. Before they had enough AstraZeneca vaccine for everybody, but they've given it away to other countries like Taiwan and Southeast Asian countries. And I think because they didn't want such a big backlash through the people, because people tend to have a lot of expectations in Japan, especially in the government, and that's why you never see anything less. Look at those guys in their hazmat suits over there. Probably can't see, they're like in full suits. Yeah, so you know, like you notice that in restaurants in Japan they have like the best service. It's only because everyone has high expectations for everything here, and you know, they're talking about those blood clots that the AstraZeneca vaccine were giving. So I think they didn't want to take their chances, so they pretty much gave them away. And then they ran out of the Pfizer vaccine, but I think they recently just got more of it, and now they're kind of doing everything that they can. And I've heard recently this week, man, this apartment looks really nice. I think they just built this. Yeah, they just built this. It's pretty nice here. That'd be pretty sweet. Probably really expensive. But I've heard that the Japanese government has approved the AstraZeneca vaccine, so I believe they're going to be handing those out soon or now. And right now they're just offering people the Moderna vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine for now. So me and my girlfriend do want to leave Japan someday to travel. Hopefully, man, I don't even know. Hopefully, like, I mean, as soon as possible is nice, but I'm guessing like maybe next year, maybe even beginning of this year. I mean, beginning of next year, I'm assuming. But you know, we probably need to have some sort of vaccines to leave. So we're not too inclined to take them. We just, you know, I have like some health conditions, you know, and my friend that just got the vaccine, the second vaccine, he told me his side effects were pretty crazy. He said he was like hallucinating. He's in one of my videos. He's in I forgot what video, but recently last week he's in one of my videos. His name is Kento, and he told me, I just asked people how they are, and he told me that he was like hallucinating, and he, you know, he was like shaking and stuff like that. But I think it all depends on the type of person. And so yeah, I definitely don't want to have any kind of side effects or hallucinate or anything like that, but I think I should be okay. And right now, you know, people are still, I think people still are protesting about the Olympics, but you know, they can't do anything about it. It's already begun, you know. Hopefully the government can scavenge up the money that they've lost, or whatever that they can, and just kind of finish the Olympics. I think the Olympics was a success in my opinion. It was really nice to see the Olympics again. I've been watching every day. Some people are just not into it. Some people are not into Olympics, but I don't know. I feel like as an American, I feel like gotta root for your country. And yeah, right now they have like 260 cases right now of today, like 264, around that much. And I think it's kind of expected. I think there's about 80,000 people, like I believe that's like 11,000 athletes, and 80,000 people in total with like the media and everything. So I mean, 260 people infected is doesn't seem that bad. There's no deaths, and they've recently, I just saw that today, that some judo people, they got their medals, or credentials stripped because they left the village and went sightseeing. And then some other people got in trouble because they went to drink or have a little party or get together right outside the village. So I think they're gonna get fined as well. So that's kind of the update right now. The update pretty much is they're trying to catch up with infections with the vaccine. I mean, that's all that they can do. They have lockdowns in place, or I mean, they have state of emergency in place. They're doing the best that they can. They're imposing drinking laws, like they can't drink after 8 o'clock, so they can drink before 8, but they can't drink 8. So it's kind of, in Japan, everyone listens, so it's kind of like, you know, everybody, you know, please do your part. And that's kind of how Japanese culture works. Even like work culture, like everybody is supposed to sacrifice and, you know, do your part. And there are a lot of people who are not wearing masks and like going to clubs, usually like young people, and drinking and stuff like that. But for the majority, people are kind of listening and wearing masks. And you know, there's nothing more that we can do except wait on these vaccines. So hopefully in a month from now, it'll go from 20% to 50%. And oh, I didn't even see this truck here. I'll take a picture of this car. And it's this girl's driving this truck. It's like an American truck. No, it's a Toyota truck, right? Pretty sweet truck. Yeah, so I think in like a month from now, it'll probably go up to like 50%. I think maybe 2 months. And yeah, as far as travel goes, I think the only way you'll be able to come in is maybe through some vaccine passports. But like right now, Korea, they're letting people in Korea right now. I know a couple of people that I know from back home. Hold on, let me take a video of this. So I know a couple people, I think like one person that I know that he's actually, he went to Korea and he had to do the 14-day quarantine. But I think if you have the vaccine, you don't have to quarantine. So they are letting people in Korea. I have a feeling that Korea will be open to Japan, or Japan will be open to Korea. like we'll be able to travel. I feel like that's the first country we'll be able to travel to, because they have everything pretty, you know, they have the vaccines rolling out, and you know, if they have like herd immunity, I believe we can go there. So I think that'll be the first place that we can go, like people in Japan can travel to. And yeah, I just don't see, there's just no information right now about people coming to Japan. So if you're trying to come here, I know one of the viewers here, they bought tickets for October, and I just don't see it happening. I just can't imagine it being open in October. I mean, it seems far, but it's only like, you know, 2.5 months from now. So I just don't see them opening until like the beginning of January of next year. So that's pretty much my update. And I think maybe students will be able to come in. I haven't heard anything about that, but I believe if you're vaccinated, I think students should be able to come in, because they really need money for schools and stuff like that. And they're probably getting, you know, it's probably a big chunk of money being pulled out of the school. So I want to say, if you're vaccinated, maybe you can start your semester in September, but that literally is like a month away. So I haven't heard anything else. I think they're just trying to get these vaccines out to people in Japan, and I think they're trying to get you know, be finished with these Olympics. So I think after that they can focus on people coming in here. So that's my update. I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below, and thank you for watching. See you later.